Please share the music.
Recording in progress.
Welcome, everyone. Let me hand it over to our team that knows how to do this best. Over to you.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone in this webinar. We look forward to another edition of this webinar. Greetings to all of you from all over the world. My name is Marie Pendy, and we are here to welcome you with open arms. Let me turn it over to Alfred and Chair.
Thank you, Sister Marie Pendy. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us around the world. This is the Dream Team webinar. My name is Alfred Chair. Merry Christmas to all those that are in the webinar and those that are joining us around the world. Welcome to the Dream Team webinar. Over to you, Dr. P.
Wow. Don't you just love our welcome team? They really just make me know I'm at home. Thank you, guys. We're coming towards the end of 2024. Is everybody excited? We give God the grace and the glory that we have seen this year this far. But before we start our webinar, we always want to start with our signature tune, our motto, in it to win it. A company that doesn't matter your age, your gender, your technical expertise, as long as you're in and stay engaged, you win. So we have a sister here that gifted us this song of our motto with her angelic voice. And our brother added our unpassive, and I was saying maybe updates or what is going on. So we call this our non-verbal updates. Over to you, King Dr. Derek.
Your next stop is on Passive.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Your next stop is on Passive. We are clearing the door. The train is leaving. We're in it to win it. You've seen all what we have done. Thank you all Dream Team coordinators, because everyone in this meeting is a leader. Thank you all the brand ambassadors that are here every Sunday with us. We have done over 400 webinars. All the attestation is to all of you, and also to all our presenters that have come here to share, to teach, and to present to us. I know you did not come here to hear me yap, so I'm going to stop yapping, and I'm going to pass it over to the team that run this meeting. Over to you, Queen Irene and Queen Mama McCormick.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us. It's afternoon in my neck of the woods. So I'm joining you from the state of Maryland in the United States of America. My name is Irene Ekwede. I am always delighted to be here on Sunday and to see everyone's lovely face. Thank you all for staying committed and being here every Sunday with us. We have an agenda packed full today, always very interesting. So take your seat and be ready. I'm gonna let my co-moderator, Queen Sister Debbie, to take over. Over to you, Queen Debbie.
Thank you, Sister Irene. Hello, everyone. Greetings to all of us who are here and those on the YouTube. We welcome you. My name is Debbie, signing in from Chicago. And we're here today. We're continuing from the In It to Win It beautiful song, beautiful voice. And we always start our webinar with that beautiful voice every Sunday. But today, it's not just the voice that you heard from In It to Win It, but we have to listen to the word, and it's going to come from none other than our lovely sister, Queen Lerato. Welcome.
Hey, my dear sis, you can hear me, right?
Yes, darling, we hear you. You look beautiful.
My God. You and Sister Irene, this is what I was going to say. You guys mean business. Actually, everybody here, you look so pretty. I'm like, you look beautiful.
We're just coming from church, that's why.
But in general, right? I don't know if it's my haters that make everybody look so amazing because I was gone for such a long time. But everybody looks wonderful, and it's so good to be here. I am so glad to be here. And yeah, I will say also that I'm blessed to be alive, and I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to be here with you. Dr. Benny always says that every day that we are gifted with we take that as a sign to do better, as a sign to appreciate and be grateful. So I'm grateful to be here, and yeah, I'm so excited. I've been on the road, and when I knew that I was going to come today, I was thinking about what am I going to say, what do I want to talk to my family about, because basically this is a family talk, right? I was like, what am I going to talk to my family about? I thought, this is a season of love. It's a giving season. It's December. People spend Thanksgiving with their families and everything. For those who live in America, for all of us who don't live in America, Thanksgiving is also important, right? It's important that we look back and appreciate everything that we've been given from January till here. None of us is missing. There are many people who didn't make it till December. There are many people who will not make it, but we're here, guys. And we have to give thanks. Yeah, we have to give thanks that we're here. We cannot take that for granted. So, and just, I was thinking about different things. I was like, love, what did love mean to us this year? Leading with love, making decisions from love instead of from fear. We've spoken about all these things, that our beingness and making decisions and existing on this planet, we can either exist inspired by love or fear. And when we look back, what has been inspiring us, what has been pushing us, and I will dare to say love for our success, love for one another. We're here, we're not giving up. Many people fell off the wagon. They don't want to be here because for them it's just, we're meeting all these meetings, blah, blah, because they're not present here. They don't understand what keeps us here. They don't understand our drive. They don't understand what it is that we are chasing, what it is that makes us want this. Nobody's forcing us to be here, but we are here. And like I said, I dare to say that it's inspired by love. We want to succeed. We want our lives to change. And all of us, some of us, most of us, our lives have changed since we've been here. Whether people pouring into us, people, all this communication that we have, our energy shift and our mindset shift, all these things count because then it sharpens us to be better. Right? The tools that we take from here, then we make better choices for our lives. We think better, then we succeed because we are sharpening one another. It might not be monetary gratification, but there's much more that we're drawing from this than the money that all of us, came into passive looking for. But there's much more that we're getting from this. The togetherness, the support, all of this, it means a lot. So, like I said, I dare to say that what keeps us here and what drives us is love, right? But I also want to talk about, there's some people when they look back at the year, some of them, or most of us, sometimes we get down and we're thinking, oh my God, how am I going to overcome obstacles? Because no matter how we look at life, there are things that we can never plan for, but your mindset will help you to get out of it. Yeah, how things will happen, but it's how we react to these things that will either take us to on the other side of something positive, or we are just down there or whatever. It depends on our mindset, right? So things will happen, but how we react to it. And this mindset thing that Dr. Derek is so passionate about mindset. I'm passionate about mindset. Most of us here are very passionate about mindset because you cannot succeed if you don't have the mindset of success, guys. You cannot be prosperous if your mindset is not of prosperity. And funny enough, some of my friends, we were discussing in one of the trips that I'm on, we were talking about prosperity mindset, and we were trying to analyze why so many people make the decisions that they make. And a lot of people, because when you come to Europe, and many Black people here in Germany, specifically Germany, you're a minority, right? And a lot of people come with we don't come from equal families and everything, and most people come from families that are not say financially affluent. And their decisions or how they react or how they do things. We were talking generally about artists in Europe, that people will make sure that you don't succeed so that they can eat. And we were talking about how much there's so much opportunity for everybody, right? Everybody, like there's so much. Listen, there's abundance everywhere, but there are people that will want to just, if there's 10 jobs, they would want to keep 10 jobs to themselves, even knowing that they can't do those 10 jobs and they won't be able to do them well. They will keep the 10 jobs instead of giving it to you. Why? Because they don't want somebody else to see that you're excellent, somebody else to see that you are this artist. Why? Because they're afraid that as soon as somebody discovers your excellence, then that's it. They're not going to have jobs anymore. And we're like, everything is not for everybody, people. And things that are meant for you are for you. You can't kill other people thinking that when you blow out their candle, your one is going to shine brighter. And all of that comes from lack mentality. It comes from lack mentality. And so we were talking about those kind of things. And we were also talking about, looking back at the end to say, there are many things that all of us had to face this year. Some of those things we were not prepared for. Some of those things we can't plan for. We couldn't plan for. We were just discussing and looking back at what happened in the year. There are many of my friends that are in musicals and different things. Some of them met disappointment this year. They were expecting to do certain things. Those things didn't materialize. And we were talking about mindset to say, obstacles will happen, guys. Things will happen. Like for us, all of us here, we thought that we would be somewhere. If we put our time plan and look at where we think that we should have been by now, some of us would be groaning and complaining that we expected this and this and this and this and to happen, but it didn't happen. But I say it's in the in-between, the in-betweens that count. Even when those things don't happen, what else happened? In that time, you learn to be strong. In that time, you realize that you're actually stronger than you think you are. You learn to manage certain things. You gained wisdom. There are things that even in adversity, it might look like an adversity, but there's other things that we gain from these experiences, no matter how bleak it is. Our mindset, you see, if we have that winning mindset, the winning mindset will help us to recharge and look at everything and take something that will propel us forward instead of staying down. right? We take all these obstacles and we make them stepping stones instead of just sitting there in the gutters. All these obstacles become stepping stones, right? And so we elevate ourselves through these things. No matter how painful it is, no matter how disappointed we are, we might sit there for 2 seconds and bask in our, oh my God, this happened to me, right? They said if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. And let's see another angle and build yourself. This time is for us to build ourselves, even in adversity, even if things are not working out the way that we want them to work, right? And I thought, okay, fine. I think this is a topic that is worth talking about, to say when we're facing adversities or when we're facing things that we didn't plan for. Now that we're coming to the end of the year, I'm sure people are looking back. Some of us are saying, oh, I wish this could have happened. I want us now to look at how our recovery, to say, okay, all these things happened. Now let's have tools, better tools also for next year, to say, yes, we're going to have goals. But if things don't happen the way that we want them to happen, how do we equip ourselves and strengthen our mindset? Remember, I said that a positive mindset, or us being in this prosperity or wealth mindset, it's something that has to be, you have to keep it in momentum. You can't think about prosperity today and 5 days a week you're thinking in lack. It can't. There has to be you have to be consistent in how you think, right? So that means this mindset of prosperity mindset and this winning mindset has to be something that is part of you. It has to be a part of you. It has to indwell you. You have to be this prosperity that we are talking about. So it's not something that you occasionally tap into, and then 6 days a week you are, whoa, oh, whoa, me, doom. You're just doom and gloom. It can be, right? So now the tools that we have, I know for all of us here, we've heard so much about prosperity. We've had so much poured into us. We have discussed, some of us have gone along, made our own research, because we want to better our lives. We want our life experience to be great and to mean something, right? Not only for everybody, but also for ourselves, right? So I said, let's just put more into our toolbox so that we build ourselves even better and better and better. So that when we start attracting everything that flows with our success, our toolbox is full too. We have we have a full toolbox. We can even give other people to say, hey man, when you're here, let me tell you how to get out. Let me tell you how to view this thing. Let me show you something that you're not seeing. But we can only do that when our toolbox is full, and we are also full ourselves. We can't give what we don't have, right? But all of us are on this journey together. So I thought that we should share those points to say, okay, how do we now start, cultivating and moving towards this winning mentality or winning mindset that we are all here building. Some of us are further than others, but we're all on the same journey. We are winners. We are winners. We are winners in everything. We cannot afford to sit there and be, woe me, doom and gloom. No, right? So I said, for us to if we want to win, we have to ask ourselves why. We have to ask ourselves, why do I want to win? For myself, why is it so important for me to be prosperous? Why is it so important for me to be this person that's going to change the trajectory or change my family history? For some of us, we'll be the first millionaires in our family. Why is that important? And sit in your reason and be honest with yourself. Ask yourself why. Because when you have your whys in place, then your goal, whatever you're chasing, it's going to be worth it. You can't give up, right? This is what I do also with my students. I'm a vocal teacher. When somebody comes to me and says they want to sing, I ask why. Why do you make the choices that you make? Also in singing, why do you want to sing like this? Why? Because your why then gives you purpose. It gives you purpose. Even on those days that you want to give up, you can't afford to give up, because there's a reason, there's a goal, there's something that you're chasing. I want to be prosperous. Listen, not I want to be, I am prosperous. So it's the moment, it's a matter of, it's just, it will take whatever that I'm setting myself on that prosperity, because I've decided that there's way too much on this planet. There's too much abundance, everything. There's way too much good that I can, of course, people say, oh, but the Lord is happening. I'm like, no, I'm concentrating on the good. There's way too much good for me to sit here and just not be who I want to be, right? So this prosperity that we're talking about, this goal setting and everything, and knowing our why will keep us going even when we want to give up. So all of us here, we have to sit and say, okay, why is this important to me? Why is this success? Why is this prosperity important to me now? Why? So when we go into the next year, we have our why in place. We have our why in place. So no matter what happens, things will come. But when our why is in place, we won't allow ourselves to give up. Right? So I said we have to ask our why, right? So that we can put it in our toolbox. And then we have to make a plan. I love the fact that we're here. This is part of our plan. Us meeting like this, fueling one another like this, talking to one another, not allowing each other to fail, not allowing each other to give up, right? There are people, I don't care who, Sister Yvonne, you can't give up. Like, I'll be the one flying to Canada. I don't know where you live. Sister Debbie, I don't care. You are not giving up. Do you understand? Aisha, you're not giving up. Do you understand me? There are people that we are not going to allow to, we will bombard you. You're not giving up. We want to win. We want to see ourselves with Sister Carla. It's not happening. Not on our watch. Not on our watch. We invested so much in each other to allow each other to quit, guys. We invested so much in one another. So that thing to say, we have to have a plan. This is our plan. We are winning. Our plan is that we're already on our plan anyway. The mindset, the talking to one another, pouring into one another, educating one another, sticking together, together having a goal to say, hey, guys, we are there. We're going to change the world. Change the world how? First in our mind, to say, even in small things, changing the world doesn't mean you have to be that person that is just, it's in small things and small choices that you make every day, right? It's in small choices that you make. You start changing your environment little by little, your home. You start changing now your environment, your community. You're changing the world because you're changing somebody's world. By one person, it's one person at a time. That one person that you pour into is the entire world, is the entire universe. So we're already making a change. So don't think that, if you're just, talking to one person or motivating somebody or keeping one person going, you're not contributing. You are contributing majorly because all of us are in a universe, right, guys? I love this saying from Rumi. Rumi says that we are not a part of the ocean, but the ocean is a part of us. We are not a drop in the ocean, but we are the ocean. So the way he explained it, I was like, oh my God, we are not a drop in an ocean. We are the entire ocean ourselves. Okay. So we are not, this plan that we're making to make sure that all of us hit our goals and we will live our life purpose and we contribute and we are here. We are seen. All of us matter. I always say this, it's like all of your presence here, your beingness here on this planet matters. You're not just deco. Right? You're not just deco, you're needed. Whatever it is that you're contributing positively to this cosmos, whatever, it is needed. Your smile is needed. Your kindness is needed. Your giving is needed. Your wisdom is needed. Us, we're nurturing. That nurturing nature that we have is needed. Everything. You are needed. Everything. You're needed, guys. So all that is to remind ourselves that we matter and we came here together. And passive, listen, people ask me, it's like, oh, what is happening is taking forever. I'm like, it's taking the time that it's taking. Because with everything, with the experience and everything that is happening is part of the journey. And when we finally get to the cherry on top, this journey is so worth it. It is so worth it, guys. And I love how our CEO also talks. It's like, there's no room for failure. We're not failing at all. He keeps on saying that, he repeats it. It's like this room, like there's no room for failure. So how dare we allow ourselves to fail? How dare we? Right? So this toolbox, I'll just mention two. Today I mentioned the two. I said that in our toolbox, we have to think of our why. When we go into our next year, why? Why do we want to succeed, guys? Why is this so important to us? The second one is like to make a plan. Strategize your day. Find things that keeps you on this mindset. When we're talking about prosperity, do something. Read maybe one line that adds into that prosperity. When you're going through something hard or the circumstances that you're in don't testify to what you are, what you want, then go back to that and speak it into your life. Our word is power. Remember, we spoke about words. Your word is power. When you face just a situation where you feel, oh my God, You know, some days you'll be thinking, oh my God, the money that I'm looking for, whatever that you're looking for, that is not that there that day. Then you speak something that you want. Keep things, make a plan. Make a plan, make a book, a small book. When you wake up, you speak things that you want to see in your life. Most of us pray. You speak those things, you declare. It's not only about asking. Prayer is not only about asking. And prayer is continuous. Your consciousness, the state of your consciousness throughout the day is also prayer. Because then I said you have to agree with God in order for God to agree with you. So if we are now in the morning, you wake up, then you set the momentum for the day. Through that prayer, through that declaration that you speak, then you keep that momentum going. So you make a plan so that you don't give up, right? You mention your why, you make a plan, then you carry on with that plan and keep that momentum, right? So that all of us here will fulfill our destiny, right? Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I know that my brother Michael is coming, so I'm gonna keep quiet so that he can take his time. I'm so grateful that I'm being given this opportunity. So in case somebody didn't tell you that they love you, I love you. I love you so much. Thank you for this opportunity.
We love you, Sister Lerato. We love you so much, and especially when you inspire us on a beautiful day like this. And those two thoughts that you shared, they're just awesome. And yes, it's always good to have a why. And the why for us here is, why did we join on passive? As you're asking your students why they want to be singers. So why did we join on passive? Again, the answer is to win, because that song, which you sang fully well, says we are in it to win it. And you picked us and said, no, we're not quitters. No, we're not quitters. This is not a platform where anyone quits. We are encouraging one another. That's what I got from you, and it's just awesome. And yes, we have to give thanks for that. So thank you so much. Now we are moving to the next segment, which is a chat with our brother who is here from Toronto. Welcome, Brother Michael. We appreciate you. We're chatting with you today. Uh, we are not asking you to talk for the next 2 hours before laundry time. So we will be having a personal chat with Brother Michael. We know who he is. So please don't ask for any introduction. If you are in this forum or on YouTube, you do not know who Michael Williams is, when he speaks, then you will learn who he is. So for today, we have a very unique a unique session with this family fire chat. I'm calling it family fire chat because he is part of our dream team and has been for a couple of years. And I will start by doing my fire chat. This time, I'm not going to get myself into trouble. Because the last time I got myself into trouble, I'll stay with my comfort zone. And this is a family question. We know that in December, it's a time of celebration throughout the world. In a lot of places, it is celebrated one way or another, either as traditions or a celebration. And I'll go to, in my village, we have celebrations for births and celebrating the lives of those who are aging. So when they do leave, we don't miss them too much. We have celebrated with them while they are alive, and we give them what we feel is best. Right. In On Passive, we have been there throughout the year, and you are part of this family. Can you please just, Brother Michael, give us a wonderful, inspirational word for the end of the year as your family that you've been with for the last couple of years? Thank you.
Wow, that's very open-ended. Thank you so much. It's great to be here with everyone. You know, it's always a great forum to be on. You know, it's been a fantastic journey. There's no doubt about that. Obviously, the ups, the downs, all of that. But at the end of the day, the journey has been great. We've met, you know, so many wonderful people along the way. We've been enjoying ourselves, and we look forward to what is to come. Right. And so, you know, I agree with our dear sister that, you know, winners, they never quit. They just never quit, you know, and the saying goes that quitters never win, right? So, you know, people have to choose which side they want to be on, right? Do you want to be on the winning side or do you want to be on the quitting side? You know, and for us, it's very easy. It's very easy within our company, within this opportunity, within this business, because all we have to do is wait. So it's not like we're running the race. You know what I mean? And then you get tired. Maybe you're dehydrated. You know what I mean? Maybe you stumble, you fall, right? Like we're not running the race. You know what I mean? We're pretty much sitting at the finish line. You know what I mean? Waiting for someone to just tag us, and we just step over the line, right? That's what we're doing. You know what I mean? But someone else, others, are running that marathon. You know what I mean? Others are running, miles upon miles upon miles, going up the hills and the various terrains and so on. That's what others are doing. That's not us. You know what I mean? So we have the easiest part of the journey, yet for so many of us, we think like there's a mountain that's sitting on top of us. You know what I mean? And we just can't lift it. We can't get it off our backs, right? For me personally, there's nothing that I celebrate. I don't celebrate any particular holiday, etc. At this time of the year. But obviously a lot of people around the world do. I always try to remind people, to understand why they celebrate, what's the reason why they're celebrating. You know what I mean? It's always better to give than to receive, all these things that we need to remember, at this time of year, since so many different people around the world celebrate. But as it applies to our business, though, you know, we are still here. And to me, that alone is enough for celebration, right? Over the past 6.5 years, a lot of companies have come and gone. A lot of companies has disappeared. A lot of people have lost thousands upon thousands of dollars, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000, 300,000 plus. People have lost within that time period. And so I ask you, how much have you lost? Right? In the past 6.5 years with us meaning on passive, the on passive community, right? So think about that, folks. You know what I mean? Because we like to compare, right? We like to draw comparisons. You know what I mean? And so that is something that we should all compare. What has this business done for us? If we really think about it, outside of money, right? Just look at the totality, right, of this journey. Where do you find yourself today, right? Based upon where you were when you first got into on passive, right? Where do you find yourself? Do you find yourself that you have grown, maybe spiritually, right? Emotionally, right? Socially, you know what I mean? Like, how have you grown? Have you experienced any type of growth, right? Is there a positive difference in your life? Have you met people that have touched your lives, maybe even changed your lives over the course of the interaction within this great community of On Passive, right? And I would go on the record and say, for me personally, it has, right? I've met some great individuals that we are now really, really good friends, some even more like brothers and sisters as opposed to even friends, some even closer than my own blood relatives, right? By being involved with this great community, right? So, there are a lot of pluses that people have to draw from this, right? By nature, I'm an optimistic person, you know what I mean? Because I find that is key if you want to win. It's key. You can't be a pessimist and expect to win. You know what I mean? You step into an opportunity and you're already thinking defeat. You're already thinking, oh, I'm joining, but I know it's not going to work. Well, guess what? It's not going to work for you, right? But it will work for others, right? So if it will work for others, why can't it work for you? You know what I mean? Right. So, I want us to kind of just, go back and reflect, go back and look at when you first got involved with this great company, right? And look at your journey going forward and think, right? Think of the positive things that have transpired in your life since you've been involved with On Passive, right? It's always good to reflect, and we know we're coming up onto the new year and people start to have resolutions and all these things, right? which goes out the window a month later, anyways, right? But it's always good at any point, any business you're in, you should always stop at some point and then reflect and see, okay, the last 6 months, this is what has happened. The last 12 months, this is, you know what I mean? And so on. It's always a good thing to do, right? And so as people are out there buying presents and spending a lot of money and all of that stuff, think of where you're going to see yourself 6 months from now, right? Think of the possibilities, right? Because we came into this business to do what? To win. We came into this business to be financially secure, to be financially free, to receive total freedom, all of that. That's why we came into this business. Do you still believe that is the case? Do you still believe that there is hope, right? As long as this company still exists, let me tell you, folks, there is still hope, right? It's important to understand that. The company could have just disappeared, could have just gone away. Mr. Ash Mufareh could have said, you know what? I'm tired. I am so tired. My family, all that we're going through, you know what I mean? I'm just tired of trying to do the right things. I'm tired of trying to help. I'm tired of trying to take all these individuals with me and bring them into a place whereby we can actually uplift each other. I'm tired. So enough is enough. I'm gone. I'm finished. I'm done. Folks, that is easy to do, right? That's not rocket science. That's not crunching, math and get into some science, and it's none of that stuff. You know what I mean? We're not talking about calculus here, right? We're talking about something as simple as grade 1 math. Okay, that's what this is all about. You understand me? It's a simple decision for Mr. Ash and his family, saying that we are here to do it or die. Not because you don't see me doesn't mean I don't exist. Not because you don't see me, because some people say, well, where's Mr. Ash? I'm like, where do you expect him to be? Where do you want him to be? You know what I mean? So if he came on right now and you saw him, would that make you happier? Would that make you, oh, okay, all right, we're safe, we're good, everything is great? You know what I mean? Right? That doesn't change anything, folks. The bottom line is that people are behind the scenes doing all the work that needs to be done to ensure your success, right? And that's where I want him to be. You understand? To be behind the scenes doing what needs to be done, doing all the heavy lifting, right? Answering all the tough questions. You know what I mean? Making all the tough decisions, right? To ensure your future, my future, our future is going to be so bright. That's what we need, folks, right? This time of year is all about giving, 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 giving. And that's what we've seen our CEO and his family has been doing for the past 6.5 years. They've been giving of themselves. You understand? Right? And so that is someone that I want to lock arms with. Someone who's that dedicated, someone is that convinced and driven to ensure that you will have all the success that you're looking for. Now, it doesn't mean that you stop living. Doesn't mean that you just sit back and, well, okay, whatever will be. Do what you can. Do what you can. Maybe what you can do is pray. You know what I mean? Some people like to pray, right? Whatever your happy space is, whatever you feel that you can contribute, that's why these good folks are here on this webinar every Sunday. I'm only here once for the month, but they're here every Sunday doing this. Why? Is it because they have no sense? Is it because they have nothing better to do? Or is it because they are fully convicted that we are doing something that is going to change people's lives for the better? Right? And not just this group, but there are many other groups that continue to do webinars because they believe the same thing. And their belief is not misplaced or misguided. These are individuals who have great intelligence. These are individuals, okay, who are smart people. Do you understand? And they know a good thing when they see it, so they continue to hold the fort because they know that better days are ahead of us, folks. And we don't want to miss out. We want to be there in that celebration. When it comes time to celebrate, we want to be right there, holding hands together, you understand? And celebrating together. That's what it's about, folks. because this thing called life is not easy. It isn't easy. So many people have lost big, including myself. Millions even. You understand, folks? Right? So it's not about, oh, this person lost because they had no sense, or this person lost because they were stupid, or this. Nothing to do with that. Right? We know of billionaires who have lost big. You understand? Billionaires with a B. Right? We've some of the smartest people in the world have lost big. Right? But the key is that they never gave up. We can learn from that. They never gave up. Right? They continued to push forward. And some of them went on to even make even more than what they lost. You understand? Some of them went on to transform their lives. And I believe that many of us have been in situations where whether it's $10 you lost or $50 or whatever the number is, I believe many of us has been in that situation before. But guess what? We're still here. We are still fighting. We are still pushing forward because that's how you do it. That is how you win, folks. You know what I mean? You're playing a game and you're down at halftime. The score is 60-30. Do you give up? It says, oh, well, we're down by 30. There's no way we're coming back. So let's just forget. I've seen NBA. This is professional players being down by more than 20 points. And they come back and they win because they didn't give up. They could have just folded. His coach says, you know what? Take the starters out. Just put the bench in and, hey, let's just call it a day. But no, they keep fighting and fighting, little bit at a time, little bit at a time, little bit at a time. And then eventually it's like, wow, now we've got a game. Now we're actually have a fighting chance because we brought it a lot closer, right? Folks, that is us. It's on passive, right? That is us, that we got into this business. We were all excited. We want to make it happen. We're all here to win. We've invited our friends, family, and others to come on this journey with us because we believe in the opportunity. And then we have obstacles, and then we have issues, and then we have setbacks. But that doesn't stop us. It drives us even more. It makes us more determined. Our CEO is that much more determined because of all that has gone on. He's that much more determined. You understand? It's like a challenge, right? If I'm in something and there's a setback, I feel more compelled to make sure I win. That's how I feel, right? You don't sit there and says, "Oh well, oh boy, here we go again." Blah, folks, that's just not the right mindset. Okay, not if you want to win in life, and this goes for anything, by the way. Okay, you're in school, right? Oh, I got a C grade. It's not the end of the world. What can you do to improve, right? Maybe it's just a little step. Maybe you go from a C to a C plus, right? You understand? Okay, and you continue to press forward, and all of a sudden now, hey, guess what? It's a B minus, right? No, it's a B. You understand? You keep pressing, folks, I've seen it. I've seen it with my children. I've seen it with myself. I've seen it with others. That's how you do it, right? I've seen it while I'm tutoring children, high school kids in math, right? And I've seen how they're struggling. And we keep working at it until it's like, okay, I got it now. Now I get it. Right? And now they start coming in. Oh, guess what? I got a B. That's fantastic. You got a B. You understand? Before it was a C, now it's a B. That is progress. That is fantastic. Right? When Unpassive is ready to go into the next phase, folks, you are going to be so excited about what you see. Your dreams are still alive. I don't know how many times we can say the same thing over and over and over again for some folks to finally get it, right? Not because it doesn't happen in your time. It doesn't mean that it's not happening, folks, right? It doesn't, all hope is gone now. Oh my gosh, here comes another end of the year and we're still here and I've not seen no money. Where's the money in my wallet? Where is it? Right? Folks, just understand that there's no one on this planet that wants your success more than Mr. Ash Mufareh. No one. Not me, not anyone on this panel, not even yourself, right? And when you think about it, you should want it more than anyone else because it's about you. You understand? And it's not the case though, right? Because some of us will not do what it takes to make sure it happens, right? That's how I live my life. I will do whatever it takes, obviously legally and all of that good stuff. Don't get me wrong now, right? But I will do what it takes. In other words, I'll put the work in because work has to be done. The difference here is that the work is not being done by you. That's the difference. But work has to be done though. Don't think this is a thing where, oh, nothing happens and I make all this money. How does that work? Right? Work has to be done, and work is being done. That's the beauty of it. Not because you don't see it, folks, right? We all got squirmish when we didn't have the OES, and that was for like 3-month period, I believe. And we're like, oh my gosh, if we just get the OES back, we'll feel that much more confidence if we can just get it back. And guess what? You got the OES back, then a day later, not a day later, okay, all right, where's my money now? Right? All you wanted was just to have access to the OES, and then you got it, and then right away your mind switched. You know what I mean? It's just incredible how our mind works. But folks, the good news today is that we are in it to win it. That is the good news. That still stands, it's still applicable. Okay, CATMO is real, it's alive, and we're all going to participate in it. We're going to partake of it. We're going to experience it, folks. We will. Not because it hasn't happened yet, it doesn't mean it will not happen. It is going to happen. We're still on target to make sure that happens for millions upon millions of people around the world, not just those that are in right now. It is going to happen. Okay? The products will be delivered and people will be happy for it. There will be a demand for it. People will purchase it. And as a result of people purchasing it, you will make your income. It is that simple. So take courage. Take courage that we are still in it to win it.
Oh my goodness. That is a lovely end of year gift from you to the Dream Team. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am going to call, I don't want to even pretend to say I will paraphrase because you just summed it all up. And we've all, based on what I heard, it's better to receive than to give. And we have been receiving from our CEO and we're continuing to receive. Let's give him the courage. Let's continue to empower our CEO.
Correction.
That's what I get.
Correction. It's better to give than to receive. So let's give him all the love that we can.
And that's what we're doing. And we'll continue to do because we have chosen to be on the winning team. So we'll continue to love. We'll continue to love. I am going to call on my sister, Miss Lerato. It's your turn, please, and then we'll move forward from there.
Yes. Hi, my brother. Hi, Brother Michael.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you?
I am great.
I have a question for you. I mean, in this, we're just keeping the momentum now, right? And my question is about the winning mindset. And I wanted to know from you, what do you have in your toolbox? What are those tools that you can share with us that will keep the momentum going? Our momentum of, winning mindset. Share with us a couple of tools that you have used for yourself to keep your mindset, build your mindset, winning mindset.
Well, for me, it's faith, right? It's all about faith. What are your beliefs, right? What do you believe in general? Right? In general, what do you believe? For me, I believe that I'll always be successful no matter what it is that I get myself involved in. Okay? That's first and foremost. No matter what it is that I touch, I believe I'm going to be successful. Because if I don't believe I'm going to be successful, why do it? Why? I don't believe in wasting my time, right? I just don't believe in that. So if I'm going to do something, I'm doing it because I'm 100% convinced that I'm going to succeed in it. You understand? That's the biggest thing I think people can have in their toolbox. You have to have faith. Okay? Now, for me, it goes a little bit deeper than that from a spiritual standpoint, right? Because I believe that the God that I serve, well, he wants me to succeed. He wants me to have success, right? So that's by design. But I have to position myself though, right? It doesn't mean that I just sit there and don't do nothing and oh, it just all this stuff falls from heaven, falls from the sky, and oh, look at me, I'm no, you know, there's a process to it. You have to be able to apply yourself, right? Somebody says, okay, you know what? I'm starting this real estate business. Okay. Now, that person just choose to sit around and do absolutely nothing, yet they expect business is just going to come to them, right? Well, it doesn't work that way, right? It doesn't work that way. That person has to go hit the pavement. But I believe in my activity, whatever activity that I'm doing, it's going to bring me to the place where success occurs, right? So I'm going to take the necessary steps that's going to lead to my success. It's like a student saying, okay, I'm trying to get this A in this course, but they never show up for class, right? They don't even study for an exam. They don't study for tests. They don't study for quizzes. They don't show up for labs, right? But yet they expect to get an A. Now, you may be able to pass the course by doing that, but if that's not your goal, if your goal is to get an A, then there are things that you need to do. You have to be able to apply yourself in order for that to happen, right? I mean, it's simple. You're playing sports, you're playing basketball. Well, if you don't practice, you know what I mean? How do you expect to be good? You just show up at the game, hey, coach, I'm ready, put me in, right? You can be shooting air balls all day long. It just doesn't work that way, right? But you have to work on your craft. You know what I mean? Right? If you want to go be a pilot, you can't just show up and go in the plane and say, okay, I'm ready, let's go. I'm going in there with you. You know what I mean? Right? You better have so many hours of flying, right? So not just in class, but you actually have to have the practical, right? Where you've, put the work in, right? So for me, I always believe in put the work in, right? Do whatever you need to do. I'm always looking for a business whereby I don't have to do anything. Meaning I have to create a system. I can just come in and just plug in and we're good to go, right? But usually that's not the case. Usually I come in and I have to put some sort of system together. I'm just built that way. I just feel that I have to do something. I can't just sit there on my hands. We come into on passive and says active or passive, you will win. So even though I know that, I still can't come in and just sit on my hands and don't do anything. You know what I mean? I feel that I have to do something. I feel that work is important. So I will put the work in, right? And once I reach my goal, then I can sit down and relax. That's how I function, right? I sometimes it may mean that I have to be up, late hours at night, right? Because I'm trying to speak to some folks in India, I'm trying to speak to some folks in Australia, and the timeline doesn't, work, right? So while I'm awake, they're sleeping, and vice versa, right? So that means something has to give, right? So usually I have to now accommodate their time. So the bottom line is, right? It comes back to number one, faith, right? Belief, right? And work. You got to put the activity in, right? And that's what keeps me going. I have to be busy. I can't sit around there. I don't have a 9 to 5 job, right? I haven't had a 9 to 5 job in, gosh, 20 something years, right? But I have to keep myself busy no matter what. So I see folks that are in on passive and they're not keeping themselves busy. You know what I mean? Okay, you have a 9 to 5 job. Okay, go to your job, do your job. When you finish work, find something else. Go volunteer your time. Keep yourself busy. Jump on some of these webinars. You know what I mean? Right? So that you're staying in the loop, so you're staying in contact with people, right? Do all these things, right? Every Monday, I do a webinar. I do a live, right? With Julie Wynn. Okay? So that's Monday, like clockwork. That's what we do. The times may change, whatever, but I know, okay, this is my commitment. I know my commitment to this group is one Sunday every month, right? That's my commitment, okay? But it doesn't mean I'm not doing anything else, right? It doesn't mean that, I'm not answering questions for founders by email and WhatsApp and all this other fancy stuff, right? We're still having conversations about Unpassive, okay? But not because you don't see me the other Sundays, it doesn't mean that, oh my gosh, he's no longer in the business or something. You know what I mean? Right? Oh, I don't see him on these other webinars. So, oh my gosh, what's going on? Did he left? He left the company? Or like, of course not. Right? People are doing stuff. Other people that you don't see here right now, not because you don't see them here right now, doesn't mean that they're not doing stuff. Other people are doing stuff. We're keeping ourselves busy. Unpassive is at the forefront of our mind. Why? Because it's going to help so many people, right? But it all comes back to what? Comes back to what I believe, right? And that belief is that this company is going to change lives. Period. It's going to. So whether that takes another 3 months, another 6 months, 12 months, whatever the case may be, I don't like to put a number on these things. Okay? It's dynamic, it's moving, okay? It's fluid. But the bottom line is, though, for me to keep myself motivated, keep myself going, is I understand what my goals are, right? And I know that my creator has me here to be successful in whatever I decide to engage in, as long as it lines up, okay, with his principles. You understand? Right? So don't get me wrong now, okay? As long as it lines up with his principles, then yes, I will succeed. I've proven it time and time again. So there's no reason for me to doubt that now. Okay, none whatsoever. Okay, so that's in a nutshell, right? That's it.
Thank you, Brother Michael. Very, very important too. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Back to you, Sister Debbie.
Thank you, Sister Lerato. And okay, that was a very educational, very, very educating, because you hear about things, but it's good when it's also clarified from another perspective. So thank you. All right, I'm going to call on Sister Yvonne, who is going to be the voice of Sister Candler, who is not here, but Sister Yvonne has something
for questions.
from our sister for Brother Michael, because she
Yes.
did not want to miss out chatting with our brother. So she made sure her voice was heard. Okay, Sister Yvonne, please proceed.
Thank you, Sister Debbie. Okay, so hello, Brother Michael. And this is from greetings from you to Queen, from Queen Candler. She says, greetings to you, Brother Michael. It is nice to have you back with us today on the Dream Team webinar. And of course it is. We're honored by your presence. And then the first question, she says, Unpassive as a great idea to contribute to humanity, to offer and share greatness with others, as we know, is here to stay. No human can stop it, as Mr. Mufareh says. Can you speak more on the unpassive idea of greatness, our business, and our lives to learn from it?
Okay. I think first and foremost, Unpassive is about reaching people, right? Unpassive recognizes that, there's a lot of corruption that's out there in the marketplace, and a lot of people are in need, right? So many people around the world, they're just in need. I just watched a movie last night. My wife and I were watching it, and there was a lady, and she was homeless, you know, and just homeless, struggling, and she came across this gentleman. He was going into his car, but he was on the phone. He has all these things in his hands, and he dropped like a pile of cash, right? And she went up, picked it up, and then she tapped him because he didn't even realize that he dropped it. She tapped him, and again, she's homeless. She has nothing, right? And she gave it to, sir, you dropped this, right? And I'm sure the amount of money based upon the bundle, that would change her life. But she could have just picked it up and walk off, and but no, she gave it back to him, and he in turn, gave her a small, wasn't much, right? Gave her a small, and she was able to use that money to go and buy water and start to sell the water, you know? And along the way, you know, everything she did, there's always someone trying to get her to do the wrong things. You know, people tell, oh, look at you, you're a beautiful girl. You can go sell your body and to make money, and you're, you know, instead of walking up and down the street selling water, blah. And she just wouldn't. She wouldn't compromise her values, right? Even though she was homeless and had nothing, you know. And long story short, you know, in the end, she ended up becoming a millionaire, right? Just by staying true to who she is, you know. And that was such a great story, great movie, you know. And when I see that, I think of On Passive, right? I think of all the people around the world. Over 7 billion, with a B, 7 billion people are struggling on this planet, right? I know, you know, we see TV and we see the glamour and the entertainers and the athletes, the celebrities, all these people, and they're, you know, making lots of money and all this stuff. But that's not the reality for the majority of people on this planet, right? So a lot of people, you know, get a false sense that, oh wow, oh, okay, so everybody can make money, everybody. No, right? The bulk of people on this planet are struggling, right? So it's not you by yourself. You're not the only one. All these people are struggling, right? And so unpassive greatness is to be able to put something in place that can touch the lives of each of these individuals that we're talking about. The over 7 billion people, okay, that are, you know, underserved, right? If you wish, right? People that are having challenges just with the basic necessities of life, right? That's unpassive isn't about creating millionaires upon millionaires upon million. That's what unpassive is about, folks. Okay, because that's not reality. Okay, unpassive can't go take 7 billion people and make them all millionaires. Not going to happen. Okay, and it's not necessary either, right? You have some folks who live in a country where the average income is $10,000 a year. So they don't need to be a millionaire, you understand me, to live a good life, right? Hey, maybe they get $20,000 a year as a result of being involved in On Passive over time. And that's all they would need, and they would live a really, really good life. You understand? The point is, this company's greatness is to be able to address the needs of all these individuals, not just one particular country, not just one culture, but the globe as a whole, right? That's the greatness of this company, to be able to put something in place where you, doesn't matter your technical skills, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
Recording in
thankfulness, thanksgiving. I thank God today is a Thanksgiving Sunday, and we have been dancing from since morning till now. So if we're Bro Mike, so whether you like it or not, we cannot do without it because we are created to do that, and even God wants it. So we must not hide and we must not pretend. You have been doing so much. And God will believe that at least, even if on passive launch, you did not do any work again with your money, with humanity, you have done enough by keeping our hope alive for those numbers of years like you. There are some other people in other parts of the world that those that register with them would have even beat them up or do some other things. Because a lot of people cannot even know how to express anything to give a few people that they were able to brought on board any form of hope again. But when you appear anywhere, and then such people will forward those talk to any of them, and they know they will go and rest. So much, please, And as you have done so much for people, God will keep your family. God will continue to bless you. God will keep you. Sickness will be far from you. Anything that is not of God will never be found around your dwelling in the name of Jesus. And for us here in Dream Team, you have done so much. Just like there is nothing anybody could say that would actually fit in to what you have been doing. Imagine coming here most times, even those of us that are even championing the Dream Team, we find it very difficult to even stay as long as you can stay every time. You stay until everybody, all things are done, questions done, this, it is not easy. But it's a product, it's not something that somebody can learn overnight. It is an attitude, and it's already part of you. It's not something that somebody will wake up one afternoon and begin to demonstrate or begin to live it. No. So, and we believe that you will continue and we will be looking up to you. Like you said, 80%, well, a lot of us, we are doing all this, we are pursuing on passive, not because there are not that no other things that we can do to make money, but because of the ideology, because of the concept, because of what our CEO has presented. And we are seeing it that is exactly what it is. And God forces around, no matter is placed in the hands of the Almighty, can never be destroyed by any mortal man, even by the devil himself. And that is why Unpassive is living, and that is why you are saying it exactly the way you have been saying it from 2018, from 2021 up to today. So we are so happy, and you don't know how much you are doing for us. You don't even know. You will not even have idea, because you are sitting there in Canada and you will not know, because the situation around us here and is so different entirely. But how much you are helping us, you will never know. And that is why you might not even be happy that we are trying to be thankful, that we are trying to talk. It is not a lip service at all. It is the heart. It is an expression from the deepest part of our heart. If I can tell you, because those of us here, we have no reason to run any webinar. You have been coming here. You have been coming to Nigeria. But you see that there is no need. That is because of people we have around. Because you cannot talk anything. Because they want to only see. And what they want to see is what they want to see. And they don't know that it's something that brings another thing. But that is the level of understanding. But the evidence that Unpassive is life, and Unpassive is the same what we have been hearing, that your presentation, your appearance, your disposition has been keeping that alive. And I know it's only God that's been giving you the energy, has been giving you the inspiration, appreciating God. Thank you so much. Stop here, because if I don't want to stop, I will continue until Sister Debbie and Queen, everybody will say, Pastor Paul, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, because everybody wants to talk. So I want to leave them. Thank you so much, Michael, and God will continue to strengthen you and to bless you. And one day, we are going to gather physically, and then in the name of Unpassive, and we will say, thank you for keeping us alive, for keeping our hope, and keeping our people alive in Unpassive. God bless you, sir.
Wow. Okay. Sister Aisha, I see that Dr. Benny is in the house. You might proceed, please. Dr. Benny is up first, and then.
Thank you. Before I call on you, let me call on Dr. John. Dr. John, go ahead, please.
It's muted.
Yes, I know Dr. Benny is going to be popping out soon, as it was mentioned earlier. So I'll try to be very brief. And well, I didn't think I was going to actually show up to make appreciations to Michael or anything, but I just thought, since the opportunity is given, I'm just going to state some facts and then end with a thank you. So here are the facts based on my knowledge of Michael William M. and on passive. That Michael is a voice of wisdom. He's a voice of reason. He's a mindset builder. And really, many of us, we joined on passive trying to just come and make some money. And what has happened for those of us who've been blessed to have been in your presence is that you've actually transformed a lot of minds. You've transformed people's mindsets. And just think about the last question Sister Lerato asked us about this winning mindset. These are not the things that people get from corporate America or from the corporate world. And you have been one of those transformers that has actually helped us really to understand that on-passive is not like any other business. And so for that, we want to actually thank you. More importantly, let me just make sure I don't have a background noise here. More importantly, one of the things that we have actually realized with yourself is that because you have been a true servant leader, you have also made other people to be able to step up to serve. And for that, I really want to thank you and say that I hope that a few of us are going to emulate that and use on passive for a greater cause. That's all I wanted to say. Now I hand it over back to you, our Queen.
Thank you, Dr. John. Dr. Benny, please.
All right.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you so much. Season's greetings to my brothers and sisters, my queens and kings around the globe. I want to take this special moment to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing each and everyone this afternoon, this morning, or evening. It all depends upon your location. Oh, man. Mr. Michael Williams, my brother from another mother. You have done a lot. I don't know much about statistics, but you are the one that were calculating money, how we're going to make money. It makes everybody to be excited. From the beginning, when I joined this company in 2020, I heard about you. You always talk about on-passive, and you are still here. From one webinar to another, I would say you are a true leader. Seriously. I want to take this moment to express my sincere appreciation for your guidance and your leadership. Your ability to inspire and lead with clarity has not only motivated me or I believe our brand ambassadors, but also strengthened the entire team. Your open communication, your willingness to listen, and the dedication to our shared goals make a significant difference in our, should I say, our extraordinary company. Your enthusiasm for this astonishing company inspire me to be enthusiastic as well. Thank you for being flexible, reliable, helpful to our dream team. Not only our dream team, but I noticed that you have attended a lot of webinars, and the way you speak, you inspire a lot of people. Mr. Michael Williams, we appreciate your reliability. Thank you for providing a unique perspective. Thank you for always bringing great ideas on the table. It's always enjoyable to collaborate with you. Thank you for always leading for us to grow and succeed. Your support means a lot, a great deal. And I feel fortunate to be part of this team. Though you are our leader, we do have our CEO who is everything to all of us. Mr. Michael Williams, thank you. We love you. I pray that may the Lord guide you. May the Lord protect you and your entire family wherever you go. You know, like when you step out of this building or wherever you are, I want the Lord, even when you are driving, I want God to protect you in the mighty name of Jesus. My name is Dee Benny. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being able to join. We know you're on the road. I'm going to call on Mama Rose because of the time difference. South Africa is very late, so she can finish and then go to bed. Mama Rose, are you in the house? Sister Aisha, her.
I am.
Oh, here you are. Welcome.
I am Queen Benny, Queen Debbie. Apologies for not showing up my face. All know me. And yes, in South Africa, it's already late in the evening. And allow me to greet you, all my beautiful family from around the world. Glad to be listening to all of our great leaders. Very true, Brother Michael, when you say that on passive is at the forefront of our minds. And Queen Sister Lerato mentioned something again that what brings us together here, it is love, nothing else but love. And just to be concise, allow me to echo about one of our iconic leaders, Brother Michael Williams. Brother Michael, we traveled this journey together thus far. It has been an incredible journey, to be honest. I joined this company in beginning of 2019. And since then, I never looked back. I've been attending webinars after webinars, and wherever you are, I have been listening to what you have been saying. And I just want to say each other and learn more from your insightful sharing to all of us. Your brilliancy of putting words together by encouraging it alone strengthened our. Keep doing a great job, Brother Michael. And we are looking forward to celebrate together in future as a big global family. And I don't have much to say. I only had those few ways to appreciate what Brother Michael has been doing to all of us around the world and your family, Brother Michael. Thank you so very much. Back to you, Sister Queen Debbie.
Thank you, Sister Rose. We appreciate you. And we know it's late for you. That's why we called on you so you can go first before we get back to those who are in the US.
Thank you.
Queen Kamla, you're next. So Queen Kamla is up next, and then back to you, Sister Aisha. After Queen Kamla, you're in the house, right? I think I saw her. Go ahead, Sister Patience.
Dr. Patience.
I was going to raise my hands to go after Queen Kanda. Yeah, and this is all leaders on the dream team be ready to be called upon. All right. I wanted to be last, but I don't know why. Just because I wanted to embarrass my brother more. But anyway, I'm not going to do that. People know there's an inside joke here on the dream team. We say that, oh, our brother has to go and do laundry. It's an inside joke, but that's a testament that with all that is going on, he sacrificed the time to come and share with us. He juggles the kids, the family, to make sure that he's there and make sure he's here with us. And so let me just start by thanking the Almighty God for bringing this opportunity to me, okay? Passive finds me, the founder for starting this journey, so Unpassive could find me. And through Unpassive, I've met great people. And one of them here is my brother, Michael Williams. I know at one point one wanted to call it king. He said, oh, no, I'm not king. I want to call it, no, I don't like all those accolades. He doesn't like accolades. It's a very simple man, but with a brilliant mind. I've learned a lot from him. He doesn't realize it. Very patient. And then when he speaks, I think all of us have said, calm. And he brings you that, it strengthens your belief and faith. on the process. Nothing will be wrong. Just trust the process. He's done a lot in the background for the Dream Team family. I don't want to start elaborating a lot. Because a lot of us will not do what we're supposed to do, will not check in, and including me, okay? I'm not saying that I was better. Will not make sure our emails are up to date, will not log in, they log it out, will forget our password. He would like, don't be worried, everything at the end of the day. I think that's one of the phrases I got from Brother Michael. In the scheme of things, at the end of the day, everything will be okay. Look at the bigger picture. He always reminds me. And I'm like, no, I need my 10 cents now. I said, look at the biggest picture. And through that, I've learned to look at the bigger picture. Now I don't worry about anything on passive because I know at the end of the day, everything will be okay. Thank you for that confidence. Thank you for being here, sacrificing your time. And once a month, when you have family, if you are in the northern atmosphere, or what they call it, America or Northern America or whatever, you will understand that when you have kids, you have to put them in after-school activity. I've been there, done that. That means you don't have weekends, okay? You don't have weekends. But she sacrificed that time to be with us here. I understand what it means to drop kids here, take them here. They're driving all over the country. Somebody like, why are you doing this? Are they going to be a star? And we have to give them that opportunity. Even with that, he is here with us once a month. We're not taking this for granted. Sorry, we're embarrassing you today because you don't like this, but we are humans. We need to be appreciated sometimes. We appreciate all what you do. We appreciate everything you've done for the Dream Team and for OnPassive as a global family. I'm going to shut my mouth because if I want to go on, I can go on and on and on and on. But I've learned a lot of patience. Speak less, listen more from Brother Michael. Speak less, listen more. If you have watched him in corporate meetings, I was like, this guy is different. If he starts to speak and somebody comes in, he sits quiet. Only when he knows that there's nobody speaking, then he will speak. And I'm like, this is different. Because somebody like me, I wanted to put my own points across. I would like my blood is, they'll say in Africa that your blood is hot. But Brother Michael made me learn, calm down my blood. And I'm like, speak less, listen more. Thank you for your patience. You have inspired us in our mindset. Maybe you don't even realize it, but we have learned a lot and we're taking this to emulate in our own life today. You can pray all you pray without action, nothing. But we believe that we can do everything through our Christ who strengthens us, but you have to do it. You cannot just sit and say, I've prayed. Man, I've come from heaven. Come on now, do something. And Brother Michael reminds us every time when he comes here. We love you. We appreciate you. Extend our thanks and love to your family, especially your lovely wife that sacrificed this day once a month for you to come and be with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Patience. That's why your name is Patience, because you've learned to be patient, right? And believe me, if I had told my brother, our brother, that we're going to do this, he would have turned down this invitation today. But thank goodness he's already in the house. It's a family. So where is he going to go? You cannot leave your family behind. You have to tag along. And yes, those questions that came in earlier from Dr. Benny and Queen Kamla, you're seeing them in person now. So next up is Queen Kamla. Over to you, sis.
Yes, sis, Queen Sister Debbie, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I couldn't have missed this opportunity knowing that Brother Michael is in the house. I am so happy, so blessed, so joyful to be able to put in little words what I am able to in appreciation for Brother Michael. Brother Michael, welcome. Welcome as usual. It is always nice and good to have you with the Dream Team. You know, I know many other leaders have said what they need to say, but this is my own little way to express to you my gratitude, say thank you, not only for me, but for the Dream Team as well and other members who have been transformed in this journey with you. So please, this is how I have become transformed listening to you. You are a charismatic person and leader, inspirational, transformational. You are authentic in the way you speak, how you come to Dream Team, everything you say. Nobody needs to doubt anything you say because it radiates out of you. It is seen. You love and believe in unpassive. And that goes a long way every time to strengthen our own love and belief in unpassive. And you have been educating us unconditionally. You are intelligent. You are knowledgeable. You come with integrity. Your humility is out of this world. The simplicity with which you explain and you share things with us. You are easy to talk with. You listen to us, everyone. And if I want to count towards the entire year, oh my goodness, that is something. And I can just go on and on. The list will not be able to be exhaustive. But then I asked myself, I said to myself, this will not still be good enough to appreciate you. To the Dream Team and Unpassive globally throughout this year, 2024. So then I expanded a little more to say, Brother Michael, you embody love, humility, positive mindset at its best. And you have inspired all of us throughout this year, 2024, in our lives, in everything we do daily, in our unpassive business, our newfound family. You, as a leader, you show selfless concern for the well-being of all of us. All in every platform that you visit, it's the same. You have a good heart and you're always willing and ready to help others. And that trait is rare, if not even extinct in the world today. So, Brother Michael, you are one of the true rare gems we have met, and we deeply have come to cherish you in the Dream Team. So for that, I am grateful. I and all of us here, the Dream Team, want to say thank you. And I want to say I have grown a lot in many different, I did not know or even could foresee this year, listening to you, learning from you. Much love to you, Brother Michael. I pray and wish you and your family a blessed, joyful, filled Christmas seasonal greetings. And I look forward to being a student of Unpassive, looking up to you. Thank you, Brother Michael.
Thank you,
Over
Kanla.
to you.
Thank you, Queen Kanla. I'm glad you were able to chip in. And yeah, that was awesome. Awesome. I can see our brother there. David, did you have to do this? Yes, we had to.
He's suffering. He's really suffering.
He needs it. So, Queen Aisha, I see your internet is giving you issues. You might want to go next before Sister Yvonne, because your internet seems very unstable. Sister Aisha, you're up next, please. You just muted yourself. You muted yourself, Sister Aisha. You're good now. You can proceed. Oh, don't tell me she's frozen.
Or can she not hear us? She doesn't look like she's hearing what you're saying.
Sister Aisha, are you here? Oh boy.
Let her we come in. Let's yeah, I think okay. She's moving now.
Okay.
Sister Aisha, go ahead.
Sister Aisha, can you not hear us?
Okay, let's go to the next person and we'll come back to her.
Sister Yvonne, you're up next, please.
Okay, I won't make this long because I can see that Brother Michael is really, really suffering. If he could mask himself, he would. Brother Michael, really, I've always looked forward to your presentations, whether it's here on Dream Team or wherever, year after year. Sometimes I don't always speak up. You don't know I'm there, but I'm listening to you all the time. Anyways, you've consistently delivered non-hype content, which is what I like. You've been trustworthy and informative, insightful, and inspiring. Your passion for this company, it's like you're a clone or a twin of Mr. Mufareh. You embody the reason for this company so well, and yet you deliver it in a different way that it's kind of like coordinated. I really love how you love this company. Passion and the knowledge of the company and the CEO is both authentic and it's contagious. And I've learned so much from you, as everyone has said, that if I were not already in on Passive, I would feel that I have missed out on one of the best events in my life. This is how you've portrayed on Passive. Thank you for your time and your dedication and the hard work. And I'm looking forward to your presence and presentation in 2025 and beyond. I wish you and yours a joyful holiday season and another blessed year of wonderful health, productivity, prosperity. Bless you, Brother Michael, and thank you always. See, it wasn't too hard. There you go.
Queen Yvonne, honestly, you made my brother feel like, okay, yeah.
Well, I think he prefers that. He likes that. It's short. It was short. That's Sister Debbie. Okay.
Wow, thank you, Queen Yvonne. Thank you. You said you'll be brief. Oh, Queen Aisha just got kicked out again. It's all right. We're used to that's why Pastor Paul has disappeared too. The internet is not very stable, but I'm glad he was able to speak earlier. All right. Thank you, Queen Yvonne. Sister Marie and then Queen Nadu. We finish with all the women before we go to men. I see Brother Alfred is ready. Sister Marie, are you ready? If not, Queen Nadu is here. And then I'll go to the men. Sister Marie, going once, twice. Queen Nadu, please. Welcome.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you, everyone, and our hosts, the patients, and our only one, Michael Williams. Oh yeah, if God give it to you, take it and run with it. That's all I'm going to say. Brother Michael is the same everywhere. When you hear the name, you can put the personality behind it. And I love that. Thank you for being here for you and for us. We are grateful. Thank you. That's all I want to say.
Thank you, Queen Nadu. Thank you very much. And I see Sister Marie, are you ready? If not, we're going to call on Brother Alfred. Brother Alfred, good afternoon.
Hi, good.
Oh, Sister Marie is ready.
I'm sorry.
You were born
what
ready.
What can I say? Everybody has said everything. I just want to say everything that everybody has said. I'm saying it double, as we say it in Africa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you for your kindness. We really appreciate your genuine love for On Passive, for Mr. Ash Mufareh, and for all of us. Time in and time out on Sundays, you step away from your family and come give us some wisdom. We really appreciate you. We call Canada getting you on the phone because we are stuck, especially when we were transitioning from one stage to the other last year. You step in, calm everybody's nerves, and you just identify the little thing that our eyes could not see that was wrong in the process that we were going through. I appreciate you very much because you helped me with some of my accounts. Those are the specifics that I'm talking about because I have experienced your kindness. Thank you to your family who allows you to come in and spend quality time with us as opposed to being with them. We hold you that you want to go do housework. We appreciate you for the man that you are, for the father that you are, for the friend that you are. We appreciate you for everything. Michael, thank you so much. We love you.
Oh, Sister Marie, you're making my brother to start blushing. Oh,
It's true. Everything is true.
agree. Okay, thank you, Sister Marie. Yes, we know it's true. That's why we're sharing it so that we end this year with those appreciation, acknowledging all the good things that God has given him to do. Because some people have that wisdom, but they do not take the time to share with others, to encourage others. He has been impactful in a lot of people's lives, but this is our only way of getting back to him to let him know how much he is appreciated. Even if the others don't tell him, we are using this opportunity to make him know that. So thank you all once more. Sister Aisha, yes, maybe your off is better because we can hear you. Please proceed, Sister Aisha. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sister Debbie. Well, Michael, once again, I want to appreciate you again. You are an exceptional leader and a true asset to Compass community. I want to thank you for all that you have been doing. Your selfless dedication to our community is really inspiring. I want to appreciate you. We are so grateful.
Oh boy. Internet again. Sorry, Sister Aisha. We know you tried. You have tried. Brother Alfred, until her internet is back, there's not much we can do. Brother Alfred, please proceed. Sister Aisha's phone is frozen again.
All right. Thank you very much, Sister Debbie, for giving me the opportunity. Brother Michael, good afternoon to you and welcome again to the Dream Team webinar. It's humbling for me to have known you. So you are a good friend. You have really helped along the way, including myself, when I was having difficulties to navigate some people that were having issues with accounts when we were migrating. You took your time. I sent you emails. Emails will be read within a very short time, and I was able to do what I needed to do to get those folks across the line. I really appreciate that, and I will say that I've not heard anybody say that, but I will say after our CEO Ash Mufareh, what you say in every webinar, it's like a U.S. government bond that is being given to a country for whatever, to guarantee their debt or whatever. Whatever you comes out of your mouth is like that bond that the U.S. Treasury offers. to assure their creditors or whatever in everything. So I just want to say I am humbled, you know, to have benefited from your valuable input whenever the need arises. Thank you so much, sir. I look forward to seeing you again in the Dream Team webinar in 2025, and I am looking forward whenever the opportunity will arise on Passive Town Square, where we will be meet together to jubilate, and hug each other. Thank you so much, sir. And hug each other. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Brother Michael. Wow, I did not know about that bond part of it, but that sounds awesome. You know how my brother loves numbers, right? So that means a lot to him because his mind works like a computer, always calculating numbers to share with us. So that is inspiring and very encouraging. All right, I see Sister Irene is around. Sister Irene, are you ready to proceed before we check to see if the computer is working?
Oh, yeah, I'm very ready. I'm sorry I've been off camera because I'm home. I have a sick parent and then we have family here. So there's noise in the background. That's why I've been off camera and muted. I know Brother Michael doesn't like stuff like this. So, Brother Michael, I don't have anything new to tell you. I think I said it last year, how much you impacted me, the influence that you had on me, joining on Passive and making me be more involved. Initially, when I had joined on Passive, it was for me to make money. But after I joined and I heard CEO passion and then got to listen to you, it made me more involved than just being one that got into make money. I really want to appreciate you for everything. A lot has been said, and that is the same for me. What I just want to tell you is that I appreciate much for being there for us. Thanks for your family, your wife, and the kids for letting you come spend Sundays every month, one Sunday with us. Thank you for all the advice that you give us, making us being patient. I don't think that I've ever been one that is patient, but a patient dog eats the fattest bone. And so I'm being patient and waiting for that bone that is coming. I just wish you and your family healthy, blessed, prosperous 2025 coming up. I can't believe I'm saying 2025 already. And we really want to appreciate God for your health all through this year of 2024. And we are getting into 2025, and let 2025 be the same and even better. Thank you very much, sir, for everything that you do and for how much you have impacted me. I am a grown woman. I used to not talk in the crowd. I used to not be able to speak, but I am today. Thanks to OnPassive, and more especially, thank you for the advice.
Thank you, Sister Irene. I see Dr. Derek is popping up on his screen. Dr. Derek, I see you popping up on your screen. If you're able to speak, I know you're on the road, but if you're able to speak, this is your turn. Please, Dr. Derek, I see you. Give you some time.
Yeah, Dr. Derek, we have internet issues today. So that's okay. He looks like he's ghosting because of that. So we're waiting for him to set up the internet issues. Queen Debbie, it's your turn.
I wasn't going to speak today. You just put me on this spot.
You cannot embarrass my brother alone. So you have
Recording in progress.
I wrote something. Oh, can Sister P?
Yes.
Sorry, Queen Yvonne. There are a couple of something from Mama Grace on the chat. Can you read it? Let me find my reading glasses, please.
Okay, Mama Grace.
I need to be able to read what I wrote.
On the chat?
Yes, something from Mama Grace and somebody else for Brother Michael. Or maybe he saw it. I just need to grab my glasses, please.
Okay, so this is from Michael Short. She says, leader and God bless you. That is pretty much it. And then from Dr. Doris, she says, thank you so much, Brother Michael, for everything. And I don't see anything else. That's it.
All right.
Is that
of our Season Green Team brand ambassador family? Want to say anything? Please raise your hand. If not, after Queen Debbie, we'll ask Brother Michael to respond to all this embarrassment. Okay. At least, yeah, we'll give him the opportunity to respond. That will save him. So, and if you're willing to say something, just raise your hand, your virtual hand, or type in the chat that you're willing to say something, and we unmute you. And Dr. Derek looks like his mic is up on Dr. D. Is your internet working now? Oh, you're coming in and out. Sorry, Dr. D.
We can hear.
See?
Wow.
Never giving up.
He tried. He has really tried. I promise I'll be as brief as everybody else, but I must say,
Mama, you want to be brief and you were looking for looking glass. When somebody is looking for the looking glass, do you know what looking glass? In Africa, we call lenses looking glass, okay? You guys,
I will start by saying, Brother Michael, the greatest joy that I find in you is the way you give Brother Joseph, can you please? The greatest joy that I find in you is you giving selflessly. And the greatest problem that a lot of people have had to overcome is fear. But you always calm the nerves down. You always find a way to calm those nerves down. It does not matter which platform you're in, as long as it's on passive business, you find a way to calm down those fears. Not everyone has that gift. The most dangerous act that humans get themselves engaged in is gossip. And I have heard a lot of it in on passive. And you are never and have never been part of that. Grateful to know you for whom you are. Very selfless. That I value a lot. The two most powerful words that I know you empower is I can. And I pray that all of us should learn those two words. We can. You empower us because you feel that we are able and capable. Anyone who comes through your path, it does not matter, big or small, in age or name or whatever, you always say, I can. If you can, then they can and they will. And my last is the greatest asset which you embody is faith. You have faith in yourself, faith in the system, and you encourage others around you to believe. and we will continue to believe. Thank you for what you have rendered to yourself, to every platform that you have been invited to in 2024 and the past. And thank you for being there as the light that shines on all unperseverance. And we look forward to seeing you in 2025. I was brief, wasn't I? Thank you, Sister P.
You were great.
I'm going to call on Sister Patience is busy, but I'll call on Brother Michael to give his closing remarks before we.
Can I just read something quickly? Can I just read something quickly, please? Please, please.
Yes.
This is from Sister Theda King. She says, happy to be here again with Bro Michael. It has been a pleasure over the years to listen to you and gain the knowledge needed in Unpassive. You have been a tower of strength to everyone in the community. Your time is precious, and we appreciate your commitment and dedication over the years, brother. Brother Michael, you are an inspiration, a well-rounded person, true, and an asset to our CEO and the Unpassive family in general. Thanks for all you do and will continue to do. Thank you. And then Toya Anongo, she said, I don't know if it's a girl, but anyway, thank you, Michael, for your exemplary leadership. You have given out so much knowledge from the depths of your heart. I sincerely appreciate your kindness. More grace. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for all those messages, Sister Yvonne. Sister P.
Yeah, Brother Joseph, and it's up. Let him go quickly. Brother Joseph. Sorry. Go ahead.
Brother Williams, Michael, we have said everything that I am supposed to say, but what I just wanted to add it is, thank you so much. Thank you for teaching us. Thank you for enlightening us. And we hope that you will hold our hand in any other ways that you think starting 2025 that we can also continue to proceed. Thank you so much. That's all what I wanted to tell you. Thank you.
All right, that was nice, sweet, and short. Thank you, Mama McCormick, my sister. That's how I call her. Okay. Thank you for the great question from the great leaders. And thank you all great ambassadors that are over here. But we cannot let our brother go without, actually, at least, I don't know, it's just reflect answering us. So, Brother Michael, this is a time to say you can come back on the floor, please.
Sure. You guys. Okay, you got me. Wow. Thank you so much, everyone, for all your kind words. It is appreciated, right? It's in life, I just feel in life, you just do your best, right? In every circumstance that you find yourself in, you just put your best foot forward. You try to do your best at all times, no matter what. If you're knocked down, you get back up again. You're knocked down again, you get back up again, and you just keep on going. The world that we live in, it's very, very difficult to trust people. It really is. And unfortunately, they say the good does suffer. Because of bad, right? So, in other words, a lot of people trust, and then when the trust is broken, they don't want to trust again or find it very difficult to trust again, But, there's a saying that says that, no man or no person is an island, right? We can't stand alone in this world. And so we have to continue to trust. You just can't say, well, I want to be successful in life, but I'll trust no one. It just won't happen. Success is not created in a vacuum. So certainly, I appreciate what everyone is saying, and I know all of you know that I do what I do, not looking for accolades or pat on the back or any of that. I just believe it's your God-given right to do the right things at all times, you know. And so that's what we believe as a family. That's what we instill within our children, and so on. And we just go about doing our business, you know. Our children are they do extremely well in all that they do, you know, and you will never know, right? Because they'll never tell you, right? You know, how was school? It was good. Right? Okay, did you have any tests today? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, how was the test? Oh, yeah, I got 100. Um, okay, so you don't think that you should tell us that? You know what I mean? Like that's just an example of just how we go about, living our lives. You know, um, if you go in their rooms, you'll see a whole bunch of stuff on the walls and all of this fancy stuff. You know, they'll come home and they'll that they got and they just put it in a drawer. You know, so of course their mom will go find it and put it up and all this fancy stuff. But that's just I'm just kind of give you the mindset, right? Like that's just how we just go about doing our business. Just just be the best person that you can be in life. Like because life is very short, as we know, right? It really is. Even if you live to see 100, it's still short. 100 years is not long, right? And unfortunately, a lot of people don't even live to see that. So life is short. So you always try to do your best, um, give your best, serve up your best, and like the good book says, faith without works is dead, meaning that your faith is revealed by your works. So the things that you do reveal, whether you have faith or not. Right? A lot of people can say, "Oh, I believe in this or I believe in that," but then the actions don't reflect that. It doesn't show, right? You say you're positive but on passive, but you speak bad about on passive, or you speak bad about our CEO, or you speak bad about other founders, and so on and so forth, right? But yeah, you say you love on passive. You know what I mean? So your actions, is what speaks volume. And so I thank you all for your actions today. It's greatly appreciated. I just want all of us to know that we came together for a variety of reasons. We came together from all parts of the globe, but in the end, we all have a common goal. And that common goal is to see others uplifted in a positive way so that they can live the life that they deserve to live the life that was intended for them to live, to be able to walk away at the end of the day knowing that they were able to serve others, that they were able to touch other people's lives, that they were able to make a positive difference, and this is the thing. Oftentimes we wait until people are in the ground or in a coffin, and that's when we're giving them their accolades and appreciation and all, but they can't hear you at that point. You know what I mean? They can't hear you. They don't know any of that. So so I every one of you for all that was said, and even those that did not speak. I know your thoughts. I know your intentions. Are nothing but goodly. Appreciate that. Again, it's hard to find good people in life. Surrounded with, when I come here on this webinar, I'm not, looking. Oh, okay, I gotta go now. I gotta, what I mean. I come here and I want to be here, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing. And I find myself when I get together with those that are in on passive, it's the same feeling. Like you want to be around positive minded people because it feeds you, right? It feeds your mind, it feeds your soul, it feeds your spirit. That's what make you a well-rounded person. Is to have others around you that think the way you think, others around you that's going in the same direction as you. Because that's how we win in the end. When we come together, no matter what happens in on passive, when we become unstoppable. Right? We become unstoppable. There's a great book by Cynthia Kersey, I believe, called Unstoppable. And she just gives a lot of examples. Years ago, I met her in person. Wonderful lady, and she just gives a lot of great examples within that book of people that were unstoppable. And that's what Unpassive is. It's unstoppable, right? It really is. Regardless of what people may think at this point, regardless of people, the threats, the negativity, whatever else. Hey, you just throw all that stuff away, right? Because when it's said and done, right? When we get there, whenever there is, right? People, like I said, people love to put timeline on these things and all of that. And I've learned that, have no expectation other than the ultimate expectation, right? But in between, no. The journey is to be enjoyed, and you can't enjoy the journey if you're negative. You can't enjoy the journey if you're always complaining and whining, and that's just not the winning attitude that you need to have in life. It just isn't, because I do believe that, like our CEO says, how you do anything is how you do everything. And so if you are always whining and complaining, trust me, you're gonna do it in your marriage, you're gonna do it in your relationships, you know what I mean? You're gonna do it with your children, you know, you're gonna do it with your friends, you're gonna do it with your family. It is what it is. And no amount of money is ever going to change that. And if that's the type of person that you are, and then all of a sudden now, whoa, look, on passive is rolling, and I got a good income stream coming in, it's not going to make you all of a sudden not become a complainer or whiner. You're just going to find that's all that's going to happen. So that's why all this time is good for us to really, right? Because the way you think in life has so much impact on your success in life. And people fail to realize that. People say, well, why is it? Oh, you're so lucky. It's not. I don't believe in luck. You know what I mean? I just there's no such thing. You know what I mean? You can create your destiny. You can create your desired outcome in life. You can create it, right? It all comes down to the actions, the daily actions. You know what I mean? What are you doing each day? What are you thinking each day? What are you engaged in each day? You know what I mean? That's what it all boils down to, and that's how people become successful at whatever it is that they choose to take up. Right? You see some folks, they're 70 years old and want to become a bodybuilder, and they succeed at it. Right? I've seen it. I've seen people transform their body, past 50. You know what I mean? Like, we can do great things if you put your mind to it and take the necessary actions, the necessary steps towards that. And so with On Passive, we know that we have doing all they possibly can. Like if we could, get into the next phase today, we would be in the next. Okay, there's some things that needs to be taken care of before we get there. Okay, so since I know that, then I just let it take its course. You know what I mean? And we just continue to push forward and continue to hold up the banner, knowing that our decision to get involved on passive was not wasted. You know what I mean? We didn't waste 6 years of our lives. It wasn't wasted. You know what I mean? Those That's 6 years, 5 years, 4 years, whatever the case may be, for yourself, right, wasn't wasted at all. Right? But it's how you look at it. You know what I mean? Everything that I do, every single daily action, weekly action, monthly action, yearly action, all of that combined leads me to where I am today. If I didn't get involved in On Passive in 2018 and I got involved, maybe 2020, it doesn't work like that. Your outcome would be different. You know what I mean? If you change anything about your past, your outcome today would be different. It would not be the same. Right? So we have to embrace everything that was done in the past. We have to embrace the ups and downs within this business. We have to embrace it, right? Knowing that all of that is a learning experience, not just for us, but for our CEO, for the company. It's a learning experience. Okay. And that allows you to be more wiser as you move forward. There's a reason why car companies, and others have recalls, for example. Okay. They've learned something, right? They realize that, oh, okay, this thing is having an issue. Okay, we need to recall. So in other words, we're regrouping. Okay, we're going to fix the issue and then we move forward, right? That's what happened. Now we're upon Windows. I'm sure you're getting the messages that the support for Windows 10 is going to end, blah blah blah, all these things. Okay, before that there was another Windows and so on, just like with your iPhones and all these things, right? There's updates that come about for good reasons, because sometimes you're there. We're talking about technology, folks. You're there and things happen, you know what I mean? And so now you get updates, and updates make you stronger, right? It makes your product, it makes whatever it is, that technology that you're working with, okay, it now pushes you forward, and things will be better. So on that, okay, you have challenges, you have this, you have that, you change, you switch, you adjust, all these things, and it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you better. It's going to make you more, have more longevity. You understand? So we have to look at the totality of this business and realize that in the end, we are going to win. You know what I mean? And so to me, that should keep a person going. Like, if I know I'm going to win, for example, if you know that there's a check waiting for you for $1 million, right? And all you have to do is just keep going down that path. And as long as you keep going down that path, that check is waiting for you at the end of the line. That's $1 million. Would you come off the path? You wouldn't. You know what I mean? You keep on going down the path because you know what's at the end of the path waiting for you. Now, if I know that what's at the end of the path is something that's dangerous, you know what I mean? I'm going to like jump off a cliff, like fall off a cliff, right? Well, I'm not going to keep going down that path. You know what I mean? If I know there's a sinkhole that's up ahead, right? Am I going to keep going down that path? No. What's at the end of the line? We know what is waiting for us. We talk about Catmo over and over and over and over again, but there's a process to get to Catmo. There's a process to get there, right? And so we have to keep going down the path that's leading us there. We're not going to swerve off here and swerve off there. No. So we already know what the desired destination is, and all we have to do is continue to be patient, continue to stay the course, continue to let our CEO and others do what they need to do, you know what I mean, to get us there. The good thing is we're not spending money, folks. You know what I mean? You join a company and you're spending, auto ship. And so every month you're spending money, spending money, spending money, spending money. And 3 years later, you feel, oh my God, I spent all this money. I didn't even make any money, right? That's not what we're doing here, right? How much money have we spent? Think about it. If you take 6 years or however long you've been in and then divide that, okay? So whether you spend $100, $200, whatever money you spend, and you divide it, and then think of it from a monthly standpoint, right? Think of it from a yearly standpoint. Like, how much money have you really spent? So you take someone who spent, they spent $97, let's say, right? And so they say, well, yeah, I've been in the company for 6 years, and they spent $97. Okay, so divide it, do the math. You understand me? How much money have you actually spent each year on your business, a business that's going to transform your life? Think about that, right? I mean, it's simple math, right, folks? $15 a year, like whatever it is, right? So can you imagine you spend $15 a year in a business that can provide you life-changing income in the end? Think about that. If you spend $15 in something, and let's just say I got back $30, isn't that a fantastic return? Like, think of it in those terms, right? Or even I spent $100 and I made $200. Isn't that a fantastic? Can you take $100 and put it in the bank, and the bank is going to give you $200? Even after 10 years, you think your bank can give you $200? Of course not. And we've said it so many times that we didn't join this company to make a couple $100s a month. That's not what we joined this company for. Right? To me, I'm just wasting my time. If that's what I'm here for. I'm just wasting time. You understand? Because it takes more than that to change your life. $200 a month is not going to change your life. It may pay a bill, maybe even two bills, but it's not going to change your life. It just isn't. Right? The $97 that you spend, or even if you activated your O Connect, right? That money that you spent on this business, okay? It's not going to, oh my gosh, my life is ruined now. Woe is me because I spent $97. That just isn't the case, folks. You know what I mean? You go buy, okay, we're in Canada, and so, you got winter, it's cold, you need to go buy a pair of winter boots. A pair of winter boots going to cost you anywhere from $150 to $200, a good pair. You know what I mean? Like, okay, that's just one item, right? So we have to put things into perspective to really appreciate what we have in our hands and understand that no, 6 years is a long time. Is it? Is it? When people work 40 years of their life and have nothing to show for it today, nothing to show for it. Go look in your bank account right now. Every single person that's listening to me right now, right? I mean, I would hope that you know what's in your bank account, but if you don't know, okay, go log in, go check your balance and see what's there. And then think of how many years have you worked, and yet in your bank account, you're not happy with what you see. Because I know that 99% of people are not happy with what they see in their bank account right now. They're not happy. This is why we look for opportunities. This is why we search. Because if our 9-to-5 job was good enough, then why look for anything else? It isn't cryptocurrency, whatever the case may be. There's a reason why people do these things. You're going to sit down with a financial advisor and they're going to advise you as to what you should do with your money. They don't just tell you, hey, no, just go and, hey, just keep buying and paycheck to pay. No, they're going to encourage you to put something aside, to save something for a rainy day. They may tell you, hey, you know what? Make sure you have at least 6 months of your income set aside just for emergencies. How many people have 6 months of their income sitting in their bank account right now? I would suggest some do have $30,000 sitting in your bank account. You understand? Tell me about, well, I have a home and I got equity in the home. We're not talking about that, okay? That you can't just access that right away. You know what I mean? We're talking about having money sit inside, so all of a sudden there's an emergency tomorrow. The furnace is broken, whatever, and you have to go fix it. You need money right now. You know what people do? They turn to their credit card. If it's not maxed out, they can't just go into I need $5,000 to go replace my furnace. Okay, boom, get it done. No. Car breaks down. Oh boy, it's going to cost me $3,000 to fix the problem. Okay, where's that credit card? You understand, folks? Right? So we have to put things into perspective. What we've put into this company and what the outcome can possibly be is night and day. It is something that can be transformational for our lives. So why would we not hold on a little longer? What's an extra 3 months going to do for us? What's an extra 6 months, even an extra year going to do for us by waiting? Okay, and I'm not suggesting, oh my gosh, you had me and then all of a sudden you talk about a year from no, okay, right? We're almost there, right? We're almost there, okay? But the point I'm making though is that we have to look at the big picture. This is my outlay was, and this is what I expect in return. And it's night and day. Very few things can actually do that for you. You have to use hindsight. You'd have to go back in time and says, okay, you know what? I need to go buy that property for $200,000 20 years ago, and now today it's worth property for $200,000 20 years ago, and now today it's worth over $1 million. So I have all this equity now. Ooh, look at me, I'm rich. Okay, but nobody can do that though. That's the unfortunate thing. We can't look back in time and then go back in time and then take those actions. Right? We have to be able to see into the future, which we can't. You know what I mean? You just can't. So we have to understand and appreciate what this company set out to do for us and what it's actually going to do for us. Because no matter what happens, no matter how it turns out, it's a win. It's a victory. No matter how it turns out. Whether you get 100 customers or 1,000 customers or 500 customers, it doesn't matter. Whatever that number is, in the end, it's victory. You are a winner as a result of that. Okay, that's how people have to look at this business. This is why I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this company because I know what is possible. What is possible? What is realistic? Right? What is our realistic expectation with this company, with this business? Right? It's simple, folks. It's not rocket science. And so when people start to look at the totality of this business, then they realize that, wow, you know what? Yeah, I should be grateful. I should be thankful that I'm actually in this company rather than complaining, whine, because that doesn't solve any problem. Like this is my mindset, right? I'm not going to complain to you because I know you can't help me. I'm not going to difference. Oh man, I have all these bills to pay. Are you going to pay my bills? What am I telling you that for then? You know what I mean? There's no point in me telling because you're not going to help me, even if you wanted to, because you have your own issues. You understand? So again, if I can't control something, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. We can't control Mr. Ash Mufareh and the team saying, boom, here you go, guys, let's go, next phase. So then why am I going to worry about it for? It's just bringing on more stress. That's not needed. And the more stress you bring on, okay, your body will react to it. And then people wonder why they get sick. Right? It's not because you picked up a bug. Not all the time. Sometimes it's just your thoughts. Right? It's amazing how that works. The power of the thought, the power of your mind. Okay? People don't realize how powerful we are as human beings. We're not animals. Okay? We are very, very powerful. Okay? We are creative beings, meaning that we can create things in our lives. We can. You don't need to be some rocket scientist. You don't need to be an Einstein or whomever. Like, you know what I mean? You don't need to be. Okay? But you can create success within your life. You can. Because you don't believe it. That's why you can't create it. Because you don't believe it. People say stuff, but they don't necessarily believe what they say. Right? I know that success is mine. I know that. It's not, well, okay, I don't know, maybe, there's no maybe, because if there's a maybe, that means there's a maybe that it won't happen either, right? There's no maybes. Either it is or it isn't, right? So folks, let's just continue to lock arms. Let's continue as we go into the new year, right? Today is what? December 15th. So we got 16 more days, right? To the end of this year. And I don't know why people think closing a chapter or something. Like it's you know what I mean? Down the calendar. Have to be, well, okay, the year is over and to close that chapter, and now we start in from fresh come January 1st, and it's continuous. You know what I mean? It's continuous, right? So, I don't well, close off the year and okay. No, we just continue to move forward. It's just another day. Just another day. It's just another day. You know what I mean? And it's another day that we're closer to our goals. That's something to cherish. That's something to be excited about. Hey, the 15th is over. Today's now the 16th. Guess what? We're one more day closer. because it's true, it's factual, right? It's factual. I don't need to know when that day is going to be to know that we're one day closer. You understand? It's all how you look at it, folks. You know what I mean? So trust me, if you change the way you think, you're going to see great things happening in your life. I promise you that. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Just by changing the way you think about things. You know what I mean? Try being an optimistic person rather than being a pessimist. Just try it. Just try it out. See what happens in your life. Okay? Just try it and see. But you have to be sincere, though. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about being fake, right? Don't try to fake it. Forget that nonsense about fake it till you make it. That's nonsense. That's foolish talk, right? But be sincere about what you're doing in your life. You know what I mean? In other words, do things with intent, right? With intent. You know what I mean? If I see somebody doing, let's say a triple jump, right? Okay, there's some people that they just run, and they just basically run through the pit. There was no intent, right? But there has to be intent that I'm coming up to the board, boom, intent to bounce off that board, okay? Intent in the next phase. I got to drive. There has to be intent. My intention is to try and get as much distance as possible, right? On that step phase. And then I have to be able to bounce again off that board to go into the pit. So there has to be intent at all three phases, right? A lot of people jump and there's no intent. Okay, somebody's taking a free throw. There has to be intent, right? That no, I'm taking this free throw and my intention is the ball is going inside that basket. I'm not just people do it all the time. Just like, what is that? You know what I mean? You don't believe in yourself that you can actually make that free throw, or you're taking a three-pointer, right? Do you actually believe that you can shoot? Well, you know what I mean? When Steph Curry shoots, he believes that every single shot he takes is going in. That's why he'll shoot from the logo or shoot from half court. He actually believes it's going to go in. He doesn't just throw it up there and hope in a prayer. There has to be intent in everything, folks. You know what I mean? There has to be intent. You go sit down and write that SAT test, there has to be intent. You know what I mean? But because I prepared for it, right? I did all the practice tests, all these things, and I go sit down and write it now. Guess what? I'm expecting to score well. I'm not expecting to go in there and go get 1,000 on it or something. No. That's just me showing up. Right? It's the same thing with our business. Right? There has to be intent. There has to be belief that, yes, this is the company for me. This is the company that's going to get me where I want to get to. And all I have to do is just be patient. What? That's it? I don't have to jump through hoops. I don't have to go, jump over a mountain. I don't have to go swim the English Channel. All I got to do is just be patient. Really? Wow. Isn't that easy, folks? Yet we want something difficult. We want something that's complicated. That's all we have to do. Just be patient. Really? That's all I have to do? Just be patient? Yes. And we find it difficult to do that. Well, where's our CEO? Where is Ash? When are this going to happen? And when is that going on? And why can't all that huffing and puffing? That's nothing. That's nothing. It's not going to give you your desired result. But if I'm calm, if I'm relaxed, take a deep breath. Okay, today's not the day. All right, tomorrow's not the day. Okay, the next day. Okay, it's not this week. Okay, it's next week. Right? Because at some point, everything that has a beginning, folks, has an end. At some point, our CEO is going to come and he's going to give us the update that we're all looking for. It's going to happen. The problem is that you don't know when it is, and that's what's killing you. You need to know. Is it tomorrow? Is it the 31st? Is it the 20th? I need to know. No, you don't need to know. You want to know. There's a big difference between the two, right? And that just creates anxiety. which is stress. Okay? And your body does not perform well, okay? When it's unwanted anxiety. Okay? There's some anxiety that's good. Okay? There's some that's good. You know what I mean? You could be in an event or whatever, and the anticipation, and or maybe you're giving a speech or something, you know what I mean? And you're starting to sweat and all this stuff, and, you know, and that pushes you, okay, to do well. Okay? But oftentimes we just let fear get in the way, and fear is just something that comes to rob us, right? Rob us of our victory. That's what fear does in most cases. In most cases, some people let fear.
Sorry, sorry, Brother Michael. I don't know. Sorry, I made a boo boo there.
Fear of loss, is that a cue for me to
No.
It's the polite way. That's what you do it in Africa, right? That's the African way.
No, I'm getting my mindset. Yeah, it was.
I know, boy.
Come on. No, that was not sorry.
So, I mean, fear comes to rob us, right? And we let fear creep in. And then when fear comes in now, we start to think, oh, it's the one. Don't let your mind wander. Hold on to what you know is true. Hold on to what has been said to you in the past, because it's still applicable today. That hasn't changed, right? Has not changed. That's why you guys play the song every at the beginning of every meeting. It hasn't changed. It's still there for us. It's there for the taking. And when you see what our CEO has in store for us, folks, you're going to be happy, right? You're going to be excited. So if you know you're going to be excited, then why the alarm? Like, why worry? Why? It makes no sense. Makes no sense. I'm just that guy that likes to make sense of things, right? I like to engage in things that actually make sense. You know what I mean? And our business model makes sense. It makes sense, folks, right? So just hang in there, right? Joy will be ours. Victory will be ours. We will win. And that's all that matters. I don't care about the in-between stuff. I don't care that they had the ups, you had the downs, you had the good, you had the bad, you had the ugly, blah, 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 blah. What really matters is, in the end, when it's all said and done, do we win or not? And if the answer is yes, we win, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if we went to 50 overtime sessions. Doesn't matter, right? As long as at the end of the game, we're victorious. We won the game. So did it really matter? We had to go to overtime after overtime after. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Does it matter that we're losing by 30 at one point in the game? Doesn't matter. Does it matter that we had to come down to a shootout? It doesn't matter. As long as we win, all that matters, folks. And it's the same thing right here on passive. As long as we win in the end, which we will, right? Which we will, matters. So that can make you go to bed and sleep at night. You can sleep, have nice dreams. Okay, have nice dreams, because that's what matters the most. So enjoy the rest of the journey. Enjoy the rest of the calendar year, right? And yeah, I'm sure last year we said that 2024 was going to be a great year. Right? I'm sure we did, right? I don't remember what we said, but I'm sure we did. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, when we looked and see where we are right now, okay, we have to come to the conclusion that we are getting where we need to be. Sometimes you have to get rid of baggage. You know what I mean? And this year, 2024, on passive, I had to get rid of a lot of baggage. Okay? And so now that you get rid of a lot of the baggage, a lot of the fluff, a lot of the hype, okay, now we can focus on the real meat and potato. Okay, now we can focus on what really matters, that's going to get us where we want to be. And that is coming. That is coming. All right. Thank you so much for having me once again. Dr. P, you've outdone yourself. You have outdone yourself. I'm telling you, you know how to get me.
My goodness.
And I'm going to remember that.
Brother Michael, just come in the morning. As long as we win, that is all it is.
Listen.
Let's be intentional. Let's trust the journey. But Brother Michael, just give me 1 second. Darren West, I know you had your hand up. Did you still want to say something, or did Brother Michael just blow you off?
No, But before that, I just want to say that come the month of December, I'm going to make a note of it. Right? And I'm not going to be available. I'm giving my notes from now.
Michael, remember your commitment once a month.
So it's gonna be December 1st then.
No, okay. All right. Sorry,
Sister Patience, brother, is it brother or sister? Darian wrote their comment in the chat. I can read it quickly.
Okay, read it.
Okay, so good all-time update to my unpassive Dream Team family. I thank Mr. Michael Williams for his tireless commitment in encouraging us. He has encouraged me even before I became a founder. God's richest blessing to you and your great blessings to you and your family for the new year. Thank you, Brother Michael.
Well, I said, so well, if we believe that everything happened for a reason, when I sit and hear you talk, I'm like, God, why didn't you bring this my destiny helper years ahead? Maybe I would have been a millionaire now, okay? Because the mindset, the intentionality of the way you deliver. You asked about bank account, I'm laughing. We're all like, when is the next paycheck? You know, I want to get to that point that I don't want to think when my next paycheck is. I don't want to see whether I need to wait 2 days before I buy bread in my house because I want my critical cycle to change, you know. But we know it's coming. You said it. We know it's coming. We said 2024 was going to be a great year. Yes, Brother Michael, we said it. I think it's still a great year. Why do I think so? We have grown. We have grown in our mindset. We have grown in our leadership. We have grown. If anybody wanted to, they would have grown.
Yes.
Grown in the way we are thinking. Grown in the way that I now just think that I don't have to rely on my 9 to 5. It might be too late for me because we get my age, but I'm like, you know what? It's never too late.
Yeah. Right.
Grown in a way that you know that you have to do multiple things. Anybody that have not grown means they didn't want to. So for me, it's still been a great year. And 2025, who knows? I top it. All right. And we know the story of Ali Baba's secretary. How many years did he wait? How many years?
Yeah.
And what happened at the end? We're only 6 years or 5 years or 4 years, depending when you join. Our journey, anything that comes easy, you will not value it anyway.
Yeah.
And we're not even doing anything, as you said. We're just sitting here and waiting. If somebody can give me the magic wand and say, sit for 10 years and you're a millionaire, I will sit.
Of course.
So thank you again. It has been a great meeting.
Yes.
I'm so blessed. I'm blessed that our path crossed because I've learned a lot from you. As I said, I've learned to calm down sometimes. As I tell you, I've said it before. In my African way, they'll say your blood is too hot because I want to get it like done. I'm somebody like logic. Why is it not happening? It should be happening. And I realize sometimes just take a deep breath and surrender everything. And the Almighty God will make it be done. Thank you, Brother Michael, again. Wow. You outdid yourself. Thank you. We are all in it to win it.
We are.
All right. See, nobody else, hands up. We can unmute ourselves and say, in it to win it. And thank our brother Michael for always being here to empowering us.
Thank you, Brother Michael. We are in it to win it.
In it to win it.
Thanks, Brother Michael.